Hi, so for today's craft, we're going to be making bag organizers, and I'm talking about this kind of roll-up type bag organizer where you can have it like kind of be a circle, or you can roll it up if you want. It's very lightweight and it has custom pockets. Like I customize it for all of the things I wanted to carry in it. And I've had other purse organizers before, and they're always like these like huge like thick felt types. Like this one is for a backpack, that's why it's so tall. But you know, it's just very bulky. Even with nothing in it, it's like so huge. I mean, these are for like my bigger like luxury bags, but still, this is like heavy and bulky. So I would not use this for every day. My everyday bag is, like in my other videos I've shown, are just like an aloha bag, and I throw out my smaller like actual like bag that I run around with inside because I have to carry all these other random stuff. So this is just a medium size aloha bag, not their biggest one. And I like these because it's very lightweight. Like it's like made out of recycled plastic bottles or something. And they're washable or wipeable. I've thrown it in the wash too, but I don't know if you're supposed to do that. So I would say this is like maybe like 17 inches by 12 or 13. Not a huge bag. So the one I made for this one is 33.5 inches long. That's how long it turned out to be. And what it is, like, just throw all your stuff in the little pockets. So by itself is very lightweight, like half an ounce. Like you can tell it's very like thin but sturdy. Like it can stand up on its own with the stabilizer. So yeah, and then I just customize it to fit all of my stuff that I carry. I wanted one with like a lot of big pockets because I like to carry things in like little clear pockets like this. Yeah, so that's just my alcohol wipes, my sunscreen, my other favorite sunscreen, band-aids, because you gotta have that when you have boys, other odds and ends, hand sanitizer, and these are just things I would take in any bag. So how you put it in is you just roll it up, open your bag up, and put it in. And then from there, you can spread it out. So I kind of like to maximize the space in my bag. So I would spread it out so there's like a hole in the middle. And then you can put like your water bottle, or what I have is like my wallet stuff and like a reusable bag. And then you're like good to go. You know, everything's easy to find. Even while driving, I can feel around and be like, okay, here's my hand wipes, you know, or where's my sunscreen? It's right next to it. So it's been really good. I've been trying it out for like the last week, and it totally suits my needs. Something light, something that organizes all like the little pouches and things, so I'm not always digging around for it. Like when I need band-aids, like I really want to just get it, you know? So today I'm actually going to be making one for a larger bag because it's, I don't know, sports season again for summer, and I need the bigger bag. So my bag that I'm going to be using or making the purse organizer for is like, I don't know what the name of it, but it's the larger size Aloha collection bag. It's about 22 inches wide and about 13 inches tall. And so yeah, if I put this one in, it would work, but I want it to be like 5 inches longer. Because when you open it up, it really gives a nice like structure to the bottom without making it look like a big rectangle, because you want the structure at the bottom but not necessarily at the top, right? You want it to slouch in a little bit. So this is perfect. So I'm gonna make a bigger one. That's about it. It's pretty simple, but I've never found one that I could buy like at a store, and I mean it's really easy to make. So I would suggest just making one, buying the materials, and then you can make one for like your mom or sister or something too. So what you would need is stabilizer, iron-on stabilizer or fusible. And you know, I bought this at Fabric Mart and they didn't give me the instructions that go along with it. So I don't know the name of this exact one. I know it's made by Pelon, but I don't know the number. It's just, I asked her for fusible stabilizer and then this is what she gave me. And it came in like, you know, a bigger roll. So this is kind of what it is. It just has this rough glue part and then the rest kind of feels like plasticky felt. And then the material I picked is canvas type material. Ideally I think you don't want something white because it's going to go in like the bottom of your bag, and I guess you could wash it, but I wouldn't want to wash it with the stabilizer because I want it to be, you know, stiff. So this is just like some kind of like upholstery kind of canvas, smooth and like flexible but also pretty tough. And then you're gonna need 20 inches by 41 inches of fabric. And yeah, just be mindful if you have a directional one, like this one is directional, right? It has to go like down along the lines. So you need a wide fabric. So the first thing we're gonna do is once we cut all of our fabric and stabilizer is we're gonna do a zigzag stitch all around the raw edges. Just because this is a canvas material and it does fray. So even on the edges, I'm just gonna do a zigzag and I'll come back. And I'm gonna be using 100% polyester thread. I feel like it's a little bit stronger. So any kind of strong thread is good in white. So I'm gonna do that and come back. Okay, so I finished my zigzag stitch all around the raw edges. And now we're ready to iron. So you can use a regular iron. I'm just going to use my Easy Press because it's easy and flat, and then I can show you on here. I have it set to 300. So I kind of found the instructions for what I think I bought, and I'll insert a photo here. And this one says to iron it on wool setting, which I looked up, and that's about 300 degrees for 10 to 15 seconds. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna get my stabilizer with the fusible side facing down, and I'm gonna keep it like away by like maybe ½ inch. Yeah, not more than ½ inch. Make sure it's straight. I can cut that straight. Okay, and then what we're doing, just so that you get it, you know what the thinking is, we're gonna fold it down, and we're gonna do this for the whole length. I can only show a little section because of the space, but we're gonna fold it all the way down. So I'm gonna fuse it to the back side because I want this side to be, I guess, like, you know, like tighter onto the stabilizer. It'll just like look nicer. And the part that doesn't have the fusing, it'll be a little bit looser, but that's fine because the pockets are gonna cover. So we're gonna fold it all the way down to the edge, and that's why I did the zigzag. If you're really particular about having raw edges, or yours looks really like frayed or something, you can add 1 inch to your cut piece, and then when you do it, fold it in, and then you can top stitch all the way down. But for this material, I didn't think it was necessary. So we're going to just fold it in like this, and because it's a stripe pattern, I do have to make sure that, you know, the stripes match up. And then we're gonna fold the raw edge up, and then that's how we get our pockets. So yeah, I'll measure that for you real quick. So that's 5 3/4 and about 4 inches for the pocket. So it's a little tricky to show you just because I have this small table, but all I'm gonna do is place this down and iron it on, 1/2 inch away from the edge. You do want to make it as straight as possible. It'll really help out if you have the directional pattern like I do. So yeah, at the edge, just make sure you have that little space, because what we're also going to do, I also have my Easy Press Mini I'm going to turn on in a little bit. I should turn it on now. So yeah, my Easy Press Mini, I'll make it to maybe the 2nd setting, and I'm going to fold this in like this so that we can do one top stitch down and have it a nice neat side. So yeah, make sure you have that space. It helps to pin it too, or in this case I'm going to use clips, and you can make it as like tight as you can to the edge. That way you won't have like excess hanging off.
Every year right around June 21st.
Okay, so we're just gonna fuse this on. I'm gonna flip it over. Then just move it down.
Roses, peachy, I feel like the world is finally swaying in the sunshine. Oh my, it's looking so fun.
Okay, so this side is already cooled, so I can tell it's really stuck on there well. No spacing, or well, right here could be done a little bit more. So I'm just going to spot check for loose parts and redo it. I think that should be good. Everywhere else seems pretty stuck on. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off, and then we'll start with this side. I'm going to use my Easy Press Mini, and see how this one's loose, so you have to kind of like play with it a little bit. Now we're just going to fold it in, so you get the corner or the edge of the stabilizer and fold it in this way, and we're just going to iron it all the way down. So we get a nice clean edge. And we also need to do the bottom too. Okay, and do the other side. Fold it in. This side's a little bit crooked, but oh, it's stuck already. Let's see if I can cut it. Probably not. Okay, we'll just work with the fatter edge. This side's harder because the other end is like falling off the table. Okay, so now all we're gonna do is more ironing. We're gonna make it nice, and then we're gonna fold the pocket part up to meet in the center. So this part maybe I'll clip so we can keep moving around. Even this part. So just to the center where the stabilizer is, and we're gonna iron. And you might as well try to iron out any wrinkles there are. It has a wrinkle right here. Okay, now, so we're just gonna fold it up. So you can see it's really coming together, right? I'm gonna fold it up. match all the edges. Pin it. And this part's gonna show, so you want it to be neat. And as you can see, all the raw edges are pretty much at the bottom of your bag. So if you don't mind, like I do, you don't need to tuck it in or do anything extra. It's really easy. Okay, so now all I'm gonna do is sew the two ends straight down, maybe like a top stitch, 1/8 of an inch, just enough to get all of this, maybe between 1/8 of an inch and 1/4 of an inch seam. Okay, so we have both ends sewn and it looks good, right? It looks nice at the end. And then now is the fun part. We're gonna get all of our stuff and then fit it in. So I'm gonna take all the things that I had in my other one and I'm gonna just put it in. And then I'm gonna use pins this time. So I'm just gonna, you can use like a marker or pencil, like a disappearing ink marker. But I don't know, it's just easy to pin it also. So I'm just gonna pin it without poking my finger right there. And for me, I'm gonna keep it in the same order as my other one, just because I already have it kind of memorized where I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna go all the way through. Okay, and then you should allow for the give, like fatter things will have to have a little bit larger pocket. But like this material will stretch a little. So if you have a somewhat stretchy material, you'll have nothing to worry about. But like when I'm placing it, I was mindful to think I wasn't gonna put like super fat things next to more fat things. Actually, this one's kind of fat. Okay. Yeah, so these pockets, they're not gonna be like poofing out. So you just kind of have to like maybe put some flatter things next to some really puffy things, and it kind of works out that way. And this one, this is the extra pocket. I think I'm gonna leave big, and I might just stick this snack bag in there. So you can kind of test it out, see if this works for you. Like maybe I want to switch this one with this one because this one's kind of slouchier. You can go with that. Okay, actually that works well. Yeah, see, it will stand up by itself. Everything's in there. So now we're going to take out everything and then sew the pockets. So when we sew the pockets, I'm just going to go, I'll probably start from this way. Actually, either way is easier because once you get to here, you know, some of it's going to be like all stuck in your sewing machine. But as long as you double back stitch here, double back stitch here, the pocket should be good. And if you have the direction material, just try to align it. Like this part I will move over after, but it should be nicely lined up like this. Okay, so I thought maybe I should show you how I'm doing it just so you can see. I already did one, and now I'm gonna do the next one. And so yeah, when it comes to here, it gets a little crazy because this thing has to be rolled up. But it is just a simple stitch down, so it's not hard. So when we come to the end, I'm gonna go back and forth 2 times, and that's what I meant by doubling up. Just because if there's any stress on the pockets, that's exactly where it's gonna pull. Okay, once you get to kind of the middle, you can kind of flip it around and then do it from this side instead so it doesn't get so bulky. But yeah, I'm just gonna sew the rest of these pockets, the next 3, and then I'll come back to the table. Okay, so I have all my pockets sewn, and even though this is a larger one for a really large bag, I want to say it's like 1 ounce, if that. It's still pretty light. So now I'm gonna put all my stuff in, and then we can see how it looks in my other bag. If you have a really flimsy bag, sometimes it's easier to turn it over on the top. So you stick it in, the whole roll in, and then spread it out. I guess I could have done it 4 more inches. That would have been ideal, but this was the maximum length I had on my stabilizer. It's okay, I think that'll work. And then I'm gonna put my other random stuff in. So all this stuff, kind of this exact same stuff I had in my other bag, and now it's all organized, not sagging to the bottom. Like this one is, seriously, all the things, all the little bags would be like right in the middle. So this is perfect. And yeah, you can open it up, water bottle, other random things can go on top like jackets and stuff. But yeah, so thanks for watching this video, and I hope you make one. And if you do, let me know how you like it. If you make it as a gift, I would like take a look in their bag and see like how they organize it, because I know everyone's different. I was gonna make one for a friend, but she like keeps everything in a file, so she didn't really need one. But some people like all the little individual like pockets for like if they wanted to do everything, like take everything out and then put it in, you know, so then you'd actually be making more pockets so that everything could be just in there, like if they don't carry it in cases and stuff. So, but yeah, I think it would be a great gift. Easy to make, very cost effective, and once you buy the materials, you have enough for kind of a lot. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. And please subscribe if you haven't already for more of this kind of content. So one extra tip I just wanted to mention is when you're not using it, or when you're packaging it for someone, if it's a gift, I would kind of roll it up loosely and maybe tie a ribbon or an elastic around it. That actually would look really cute. But yeah, I wouldn't fold it and, you know, put something heavy on it. I think this will really help keep its nice shape and stability. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.
Warm nights, gliding like light kites, sapphire clear skies, whipped cream cherry pies.